Get out your game controllers and keyboards. You are now listening to Hit Points. And welcome back to the show. I'm Brant.
And I'm Chris.
And this is Hit Points, the show where we cover all the points in gaming, gaming news, and so much more.
Yep, and first of all, Happy New Year, everybody, for the third time, because this is the third time we're recording this, the third time we're doing this intro, and the third time we're going to be going through this format and this show schedule.
Yeah. Third time's a charm, though. Positive, thumbs up, smiley face. You can't see it all, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, you better be.
Yeah.
For the whole show.
It's good. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
The next thing you know, tomorrow morning, Chris, I had to format my computer.
No, but we think we've solved the tech issues that plagued the first two recordings of the show. It seems to be going okay, so hopefully... I did test the recording beforehand just to make sure it was working. I did not tell you this, but yeah, I did test it, so it was working.
Oh, good.
Fingers crossed, everything is fine. You guys are hearing this, and all is fine in the world. Well, except for a lot of bad things. But hey, we're talking about the good things in gaming.
Right, the games.
Yes.
The good games.
So, you mentioned Happy New Year.
Yep.
And that means that the holidays just passed.
Thank God.
It was fun, but it was a lot
it was fun, but it was busy.
It was very busy. Very busy. I know the two of us kind of put a lot of things on hold because we were so busy with the holiday stuff.
Oh, yeah. I took a hiatus on Comic Frontline for most of the month.
Yeah.
And even for Holy Toys and Hit Points last month, we kind of had to grab whatever extra time we had just to do them.
Yeah. And Zone 4 is on a hiatus right now, and we'll get into that in a minute. I figured since we mentioned the holidays, we'll just shake it up. And we'll do the announcements after this. But
okay.
We'll just shake it up and talk about some of the stuff we got over Christmas. Because, we both got a lot of game stuff. A lot of games in general, Mm-hmm. So, I know you had a long list. I don't expect you to go through that whole list because you did that whole Gamesmas thing before Christmas. So,
right.
You had all those. So, if anybody wants to check that out, you can go to Brooklyn Boyz 13 on YouTube and find... it's called 25 Days of Gamus, right? Or 25 Advent Days of Gamus.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm also going to skip all the games we got on Christmas because that is right after Gamus. We did a Christmas haul on Brooklyn Boyz, and that covered all the games we got on Christmas except for South Park Stick of Truth, which came the day after Christmas. Other than that, all of the games that we got on Christmas are there. So I'm skipping all those games. Okay. I guess we're going to start with me, so I don't... Okay. After Christmas, Mike and I got a ton of gift cards, a ton of money, and when it comes to our family and our friends, they say, go out, don't buy clothes, don't spend it responsibly, spend it irresponsibly. Get stuff you want that we don't know you want. Mm-hmm. So we pooled our money together, and because of Frontline Gaming Zone, the first buy, and recreational purposes for the second buy, because these are separate buys. So throughout the week after Christmas and the week after Christmas, we got a ton of games. The first amount of games, or the first set of games, are games that we're looking to do on Frontline Gaming Zone at some point. And then a lot of the Wii games, I'll put it that way, we're looking to just play for recreation. I think the Wii has a lot of games that allow you to just sit back, relax, and just have some fun when you have some downtime.
Sure.
So we decided to get that. But you never know. I'm sure like a party game-wise, they'll show up. Or something, but we had Frontline Gaming Zone in mind as well as ourselves, because when it comes to gaming, there are games that we do play that we don't record. We just play for fun.
Of course.
Lord knows how many times I've brawled Brant and Lisa, and we've raced. We didn't record, we just did it to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of retro games and stuff, I've been playing like a lot of Super Mario World and Super Mario Brothers 3 and stuff like that we don't record. But go ahead, continue.
Oh, no, and me and Mike have been playing, one of the things we got recently was the Atari 5, I think it's number 5, Flashback 5. and that has like 92 of the original Atari games.
Mm-hmm.
And we did record one video for Mike's channel, but other than that, we've just been playing it for fun and just for memory's sake, like Space Invaders and Asteroid. There was the bowling. It's amazing how things have changed since we were kids.
Yeah.
And when I say kids, I mean babies, because when this system came out, Mike and I were literally in the single digits as far as kids.
Maybe even earlier.
Yeah, no, actually you're right. It did. Atari came out in 1984. I was 86, so.
Right.
But we did have it growing up. I think our father had it.
Yeah.
Or our mom had it. One of them had it. So
I was a child of the 80s, and I had it. So, yeah.
It was a fun system, though.
No, it was. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, back in the day, that's all you had. That was before Nintendo. That was it, you know?
Yeah, I think that was me and Michael more. Me and Michael grew up more with the Nintendo games, but we had the Atari too, so I guess we had like both systems, so we were enjoying both. But when we rented games, it was all Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, totally.
So okay, the list. I'm just gonna run through them, and Brant, if you have anything you'd like to say about any of them, you're welcome to.
Cool.
We got Namco Museum Megamix because it has the classic Pac-Man on it for the Wii.
Yeah.
So that was the selling point. It was like $10, and I don't know. I love classic Pac-Man. It had tons of other classics.
Who doesn't love Pac-Man? Seriously.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and Pac-Man actually made a game for the Wii U recently. Also, not Wii U, maybe it was Wii. Pac-Man Adventures or something. It looks interesting, but it didn't get too many positive reviews, so we really didn't look too deep into it yet.
I think at one point I rented, not on the Wii, but there was like a Pac-Man. There might have been a Pac-Man game on the N64. I don't remember. It was like a 3D game, or maybe I played a demo in the store or something. I don't remember, but it was kind of neat.
I don't remember. I know there was a Super Nintendo side-scrolling one where you could eat like the thing and turn into a Super Pac-Man. That was fun.
Yeah.
We also got Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut for the Wii U because of the gamepad. It was special edition kind of game because it acclimates the gamepad into it.
That's. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to add, that's one of the games, so I don't have to recover that game. That's one of the games I got for Christmas via Steam. It was gifted to me.
It's a good game. Have you played any of it yet?
I have not. I haven't even installed it yet.
Okay, gotcha. It's a fun game. You're gonna have fun with it, definitely.
Awesome.
The one Sonic game we've wanted since it was released, we finally got it now. We got Sonic Generations. Saints Row, we're going to be talking about that with the games that are coming out this month and the games that are coming out this year. We got Saints Row the 3rd, the full package, to set us up for Saints Row the 4th, remastered edition, which is coming out in like a week from when this is being posted.
Yeah.
We got Hitman Absolution, the professional edition, because the collector's edition was actually cheaper than the original edition. It was only $20.
Wow. That's another game I got on Steam after Christmas.
Hitman's a fun game. This is the first game I actually got that was Hitman. I've heard nothing but good things, and I know that a few people on YouTube have been talking nothing but good things, so I figured why not.
Sure.
Also, we got Payday 2 Safecracker Edition, because I heard good things about the Safecracker Edition is basically the out of the alpha stage game into a like actual game stage. And I'm hoping that Brant gets it so we can play that too, along with Monster Hunters.
Yeah.
I got 2 S games that are really unknown: Syndicate and Singularity. Under the radar, I didn't even know they existed until I looked up like a top list for PlayStation and Wii, and they showed up at not at the very bottom of the list, but they were pretty high up there, and they're really good, you know? You find these games out of nowhere. It's always good to watch a top list of somebody who buys for one system, because you find out that there are games that exist that you had no idea existed in the first place.
Yeah.
For example, Brant, you know what Street Fighter?
Yeah.
There was a game, we were in a store, and this guy buys a lot of like used games, or and it's like a trade-in. You trade in a used game for another used game that he has, or like you sell it. You try to sell it for a couple of bucks. And Michael went to the store one day and he found this Street Fighter game, because we love Street Fighter. Street Fighter is our favorite fighting game. and he found this game called Street Fighter EX3. And he said he found it. We never heard of this game before. He said it looked different. I think Mike paid like $10. It came with the manual. And he said we have to try it because it looks interesting and it's for the PlayStation 2. Lo and behold, I mean, you could share a picture on the show notes of it because it's so unique. It's the first and only really Street Fighter game that I saw using PlayStation 2 graphics instead of the flat 2D animation that you get with Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Even the go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna just say even the opening was very PlayStation 2 generic.
Yeah. I was looking at it. It has more of a Virtua Fighter or early Tekken look to it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like you said, the flatter Street Fighter kind of what's the word?
2D.
Style that we're used to. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. And Street Fighter didn't even jump into 3D until we got into the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360.
Right, exactly. So it's wild. I didn't know about this game either, but I just looked it up. And you know how much this thing costs on Amazon?
How much?
$65.
Wow. And that's used, I'm guessing.
There are 3 new from 58 up and 35 used. You can get it used for like $5, but this particular one is only one left in stock, and it's $65. Hey, apparently, it's brand new. So.
Well, the game we got was fairly brand new, practically no scratches on it. So whoever bought it really didn't like it. I'll admit, it's kind of like a tag game. You can have 2 characters at a time on your side, but it doesn't. I'm not gonna say it gets old, but after a while, it's generic. It's the same thing over and over again, except for different specials. So
I will say this: out of 62 reviews on Amazon, it's got 23 5-star reviews.
Yeah, it's different for whatever time it came out. It was very, very good.
Nice, cool. I'm glad you found it. Yeah.
I wish we could play it, but unfortunately, it's connected to a TV that's like an older TV, so it's harder to record off of that.
Gotcha.
If we ever get the PlayStation 2 in here, or we find a way to put PlayStation 2 games on this TV, we'll definitely do that game as a party game.
Yeah. I have a PS2 somewhere here. I have not found it yet since I moved.
I would love to get a PlayStation 2 Slim because we still didn't get. We have the old bulky one.
I have the slim one. I got my old one gave out, and my mom got me the slim one for Christmas one year.
Our old one is giving out slowly but surely because we used to use that as our DVD player for a while before we actually got a DVD player.
Me too. Yeah.
And that's I think what wore it out.
Probably same here.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was something funny to mention because it's a game that probably went under a lot of people's radar, and probably a lot of people listening to this went and looked it up. It's very different, and if you're a Street Fighter fan, this might be something you want to add to your collection if you haven't already.
Cool.
I think the rest of these games were more for us to wreck with, but some of them might show up on Frontline Gaming Zone. We got all the rest of the games, I believe, are for the Wii. I'll say otherwise if it's not. We got House of the Dead Overkill, we got Arcade Zone, Mad World, Super Paper Mario, Metroid Other M because we got Ellie got Metroid Trilogy. Red Steel 2 we got because it was recommended with No More Hero. We got No More Heroes 1 and 2 also. And Red Steel 2 and Mad World were recommended with it, and they were like $5 or $10 each. So we just added it. It was basically nothing. It didn't really bring the total up that high. And then Cindy got Kirby's Epic Yarn. I think Kirby's Epic Yarn was where we finished with the games. I'm going to go just check. Because after the games, we started getting some... Oh, no, I'm sorry. And this is... we got the Wii Fit U with the balance board because the other balance board broke. No comment how or why because I'm not going to point fingers at anybody, but Brant knows the story there. And then because of, we'll talk about why we got these games later, but we also got Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for the Wii U. It has special Nintendo costumes. Tekken 6, and we got Tekken Hybrid, Hybrid the limited edition with the music CD and art book. All the games that I just mentioned were under $30. Let's say under 30 because the limited edition was about almost 30.
Nice. Very cool, man.
We got a lot. We're
like...
taking a break. We are taking a break from buying any more old games until probably Christmas. We're covered for the year.
New games, that's a different story.
Oh yeah, new games? No, we're just getting started.
March cometh. Winter cometh. No, winter's leaving. Anyway. I wish it would leave.
Oh, please.
Anyway. As for me, I also did a haul video over on my new YouTube channel. If anybody isn't aware of it, Where's My Tail? Which, sadly, because of the new stupid YouTube, you can't find it just by... Well, you probably can find it on YouTube by typing Where's My Tail, but you can't... It's got a weird URL. That's what I'm trying to get at. Anyway, so I may forget some of these. I'm just going to run through these real quick, what I can remember that I got for Christmas. Because a few of them I got before Christmas. I got Marvel Lego Superheroes, Injustice Gods Among Us, actually on 2 different systems, and Dragon Age Inquisition before Christmas. For Christmas I got Assassin's Creed, the first one, and Assassin's Creed Revelations. I got Star Wars Force Unleashed 1 and 2, which I'd played 1 before a little bit, but never finished it. I got Dragon Age 2, because I have Dragon Age, the first Dragon Age, and I got, obviously, Inquisition. So now I have all of them. Legends of WrestleMania, and Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero, which I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. That's like the franchise I've been playing since the original Nintendo. I just absolutely love that franchise. So, and WWE 2K15, which I have to go on a slight little mini rant here, if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind at all because I agree with you.
Yeah. I got this on the PS3, I believe. Yeah, on the PS3, and come to find out that the career mode is not available on the PS3 or Xbox 360. It is only available on next gen systems, PS4, Xbox One, which is, that's the most enjoyable part of the game, because you go through the story mode, you win WrestleMania and get the World Championship and all that stuff, So that is missing from the game entirely, and there's no word or plans on an expansion to allow that on this version of the game. So we were kind of disappointed by that, because it was the one brand new full price game that I got for Christmas, and both myself and Lisa, who actually got it for me, were kind of disappointed by that. So I don't understand why they would do that, and it really bugs me, but whatever. So
I don't know why they would do that either, but I guess it's to push people to get the next gen console.
Yeah. But that's not everybody can do that, and that's just not fair.
Especially with the next gen consoles just out. Basically, they just came out like last year or the end of 2013.
Right. So I don't know. It just seems like
What was that?
That was my phone. Sorry, I'll turn it down now. It just seems like a cheap way.
Fell.
It sounded like what?
It sounded like something fell.
Oh no, it was boop boop boop. Oh, some kind of notification. Turning it down. Silent now. Oh, it was somebody subscribed to me on YouTube. That's what that was. Nice. Thank you, Sean Mitchell. Anyway. After Christmas, actually, there was one more thing I got for Christmas. I already mentioned the Deus Ex. I also got gifted to me Mass Effect 1 and 2 via Steam. So, after Christmas, Steam had this huge holiday sale, and they were crazy discounts on a bunch of games. So, over the next couple of weeks, I picked up so many games. And I keep forgetting stuff. For Christmas, I got a graphics card, and anybody that saw the haul video knows this, but the graphics card came with this voucher for 3 free games. So I also got Star Citizen, which doesn't come out until like next year, but it's like in a pre-alpha stage. I've already got access to a portion of the game, and it looks absolutely stunning. This game is crazy graphics-wise. It's amazing. And I also got Sleeping Dogs and what was the third one? Help me out. Do you remember? I told you. Let's see.
You got Alien Isolation.
Yeah, that was the one. That's the one. Jeez. Really, Brant? Yeah, Alien Isolation was the other free game I got. One of the options I had to get was Hitman Absolution, so I didn't get that one as a free game because it was already on sale for Steam, so that's why I got it through Steam. But I also got Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 3. I got all the Batman Arkham games in one bundle sale I found for $10 via Steam. So that's those I'm playing through on Frontline Gaming Zone, doing playthroughs for those. I got BioShock 1 and 2 as an early Christmas present, and BioShock Infinite, all three of them. I got Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, Evolve, Fallout New Vegas. Let's see, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning was also a new pre-Christmas gift. I got Lord of the Rings War in the North, Mortal Kombat Complete Edition, because when it comes to fighting games, you're Street Fighter, I'm Mortal Kombat, so yeah, I love the Mortal Kombat games. Tomb Raider, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and the last two that I got were recommendations from both Lisa's brother and you, which was The Witcher 1 and 2. So
yeah, you're gonna love The Witcher 3 is coming out. We're gonna talk about that. I'll talk more about it when we talk about the games we're looking forward to. But Witcher had a comic series, a short mini series in Dark Horse, which got Mike pumped for the game. But I don't know. I saw walkthroughs of The Witcher 2 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
I love how it pokes fun at certain games, like with Assassin's Creed. At one point in one of the games, I don't remember if it was 1 or 2, he walks past a haystack, and you see a dead body, and it looks like he's wearing Assassin's Creed clothes, and he's like, should have known that wouldn't have worked, jumping off of something along the lines of saying you can't jump off of a high place and land in a bale of hay and expect to survive. And It was awesome.
That's funny. Yeah, I can't wait to play those, just from what you've said, and I can't wait to play a lot of these because I haven't gotten a chance to play a whole lot of them. I did play some of the... Huh?
You're going to love it.
Yeah. I did play some of the Lord of the Rings one, and obviously Batman, and a couple others. I don't know. But, yeah. A lot of games, man. A lot of games.
It was a pretty good game, so to speak.
It really was, and it's got me full back into games, so really exciting stuff. Been playing Mario Kart with you lately. Me and Lisa and you and your brother.
And it's been a blast. I mean, we're having a great time. If you guys are not part of Frontline Gaming Zone, if you're not following us on YouTube, I would definitely recommend it. Not only because we're doing that, but, we're going to have tons of walkthroughs. Right now we're just playing through some old games, waiting for the new stuff to come out. But when the new stuff comes out, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll save Frontline Gaming Zone for the first part of the announcement, but
yeah, well, go ahead. We're there, so go ahead with it.
Oh, okay. Well, with Frontline Gaming Zone, what we decided to do recently, which actually it is good that we're doing this for the third time because there's a lot of new things that we're adding to this show now. But for Frontline Gaming Zone, what we decided to do was Monday through Friday to do the walkthroughs, even if new games are out. Monday through Friday is where we're going to be giving you walkthroughs for the new games, the old games, whatever games that we're playing at that time. And then Saturday and Sunday taking a break from the walkthroughs and doing some community play, whether we be playing with each other online like what we do with Mario Kart, or we're playing with each other like me and Michael, or me, Michael, Ellie, and Cindy doing some Mario Party or whatever game we find. Some multiplayer where we're just sitting around playing multiplayer online like Call of Duty or The Last of Us, whatever.
Yeah.
Just having fun and wrecking for Saturday and Sunday. And then we go back to the walkthroughs on Monday. And I think you guys will enjoy it. It'll break the monotony of always walkthrough. And we'll have a lot of... And even though we're having fun with the walkthroughs, we're going to have even more fun with the community stuff.
Yeah, and also on the weekends we're going to be doing retro gaming. Mostly the 8-bit and 16-bit stuff, I think, is kind of be the weekend stuff. Probably some newer stuff too, but some of that might flow through as a playthrough throughout the week as well.
Oh yeah, the older games you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The older game walkthroughs might, but the newer ones will definitely be taking a break.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like the weekend we're gonna do retro gaming. I'm thinking that's gonna be like the 8-bit, 16-bit stuff. But
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Now I understand what you mean.
right.
I'm sorry. You were breaking up on my end, and I
Oh,
was trying to catch it
I
all.
apologize. But for like through the week, if we're doing walkthroughs of some older games that aren't quite that old, but they're still older than last year or whatever, we might still do those through the week. Is what I was trying to say.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure we're on the same page here. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't understand you the first time, like I said, because you were breaking up. But now I got you. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, that was it. I know you were gonna do the first part of the announcements anyway.
Yeah. Well, one of the announcements obviously concerns hit points, which, as you're listening to this, you know that you might be listening to this via iTunes or zone4podcast.com or whatever. If you're watching this on YouTube, you might notice that it's not on Frontline Gaming Zone. It's now on Comic Frontline. And the reason being, the first episode is on Frontline Gaming Zone. We decided to move it here after talking with the guys on Frontline and everything, and talking amongst ourselves. We wanted Frontline Gaming Zone to be focused on the games, and we even came up with that new slogan that you see in our intro. It's all about the game. And so, we already have Zone 4 over on Comic Frontline. We're expanding to TV and movies and all this other stuff. We do, Funko and some toy stuff over there as well. So now we're covering games on Comic Frontline as well, and it's kind of this, it encompasses all the geek culture kind of stuff. So that's where you can find this podcast on YouTube now.
Not doing anything.
So.
Yeah, I think it'll help benefit the show a bit more also, because on the gaming channel we got the walkthroughs, and then in the middle of the podcast we noticed the first episode didn't get really too many hits because it was in between walkthroughs, and it kind of got not buried but mixed in so much that a lot of you guys might have missed it.
Right, yeah, and it is a newer channel too, so we want to make sure you guys get access to the content, be able to find the show. But you can, again, if you prefer the audio if you prefer just downloading it to whatever your mobile device is, you can still find it via iTunes in the main Zone 4 feed, and via zone4podcast.com. It'll be on Comic Related as well.
Mm-hmm. Also on Comic Frontline, in the description, we're gonna we'll put in the description on Comic Frontline for episode 2. We'll put a link to episode 1. So if you are interested in hearing the first episode, you can just click that link. It'll take you over to Frontline Gaming Zone, take you right to the video, and you can listen to the podcast there. Yeah, first episode.
But rest assured, we're not going to jump between the two channels. It is permanently on Comic Frontline now, so that's where you can find it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's really all we have for the first part of the announcements, because the rest is mostly on my part, and that's at the end.
Yeah, and some other Zone 4 stuff that we'll also say for the end.
Right. Because now the announcement is out, so we don't have to keep it secret.
Exactly. Right. All right. So yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to jump into the news really quickly about the new thing, and then we'll go into the...
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so we just found out, announced today, the new date has been announced for the new Nintendo 3DS XL. It launches on February 13th. This came to us via a Nintendo Direct presentation. Oh, excuse me. But it's going to retail for $199.99, and it offers new enhancements for, as they put it, the smoothest and most engrossing portable gaming possible. It's going to have a wider range of controls with the addition of a C-stick and the ZLZR buttons, super stable 3D via face tracking technology, and built-in NFC functionality, so you can communicate with your Amiibo figures.
Can I just say something?
Sure.
Okay. Basically, this is what Nintendo... This is basic... What?
No, I laughed.
Okay. I want to make sure, because you're breaking up a little bit, but it might be on my end, because I think Mike was doing something on his computer. But anyway, this is basically what Nintendo's saying. They added a joystick, they upped the graphics a little bit to give you a reason to want this new system, and they added a couple of functionalities like the addition of the amiibo scanner.
Yeah.
That's it. You're basically getting the exact same thing, except it has a scanner, and now it has a joystick.
True.
The end. That's it. That's really it. That's all you're paying for.
Yeah.
Is the joystick and the amiibo scanner. Because the graphics are going to look almost identical with the older games. I mean, I don't see really where they're going to up the graphics with any of the older games. It'll be all the new games.
Yeah, exactly. And sticking that $200 price tag, and we were talking about before the show, this is not even including a charger, because they're assuming that you have the older system already, so you can use your old charger with it. So if you've never owned a 3DS and you buy this thing, you're gonna have to go pick up a charger.
Right. But I think even the DS charger worked for my 3DS, unless I was lucky.
No,
so.
it says it's the same as the 3DS or DSi.
Okay, yeah, because that's where I got my other charger, was my DSi.
But I mean, you could be somebody in the market that has never used a handheld ever and just trying it, and you're not going to have an adapter. So it's unlikely, but it's possible.
Yeah. I really don't see a purpose for this so soon. I mean, the 3DS XL just came out. Every time Nintendo does this, first the 3DS came out. Then a half a year to a year later, the 3DS XL came out.
Yeah.
Now we've got the new XL with a joystick and a scanner. Yeah. It's getting crazy.
Speaking of the adapter, I know I'm sticking to this, but it also says the adapter from the 2DS and the DS will work for it. So.
Yeah, it's really the same. It's the same plug and it's the same connection to the system.
Yeah, you could probably find it really cheap, but I'm just saying. It's
the
$10. Yeah. It's just an aggravation if you don't know, whatever.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And another thing I don't like is a lot of the games that they're pushing as new, like Majora's Mask, that came out already, but they're making it sound so great because they upped the graphics for a handheld system.
Right. Well, they do have that bundle with the figure, which is kind of cool. But other than that, no, I agree with you. It's the amiibo compatibility, if amiibos were as cool as we thought they were when they first were announced, that would be neat.
Absolutely. And the reason why Brant says they're not cool, just to clarify, it's not because they're not cool, and it's not because we don't like them.
Right.
It's because Nintendo decided, we're going to send out 6 figures every couple of months. 3 will be common, and 3, well, there's only going to be a handful, and then you're going to have to spend $40.
Yeah. Plus,
I got lucky. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say I got lucky. Jay mentioned that Toys R Us got a new shipment of them in.
Mm-hmm.
We missed Pit. We missed Little Mac. But the character that mattered the most out of the 3, Captain Falcon, we got one of the last ones before it sold out.
Yeah. I get the novelty of them, and I get how, they're cool visually. I like a lot of them, but the functionality of them is okay, but it's not like this dynamic, super cool thing that's just makes me want to just go out and buy them all. It's just not that for me. Maybe it is for others, but it's just the functionality of it is not quite there for me yet. So,
right.
I don't know.
I feel like I'll like amiibos a lot more if the availability is there.
Yeah.
If they're gonna start pulling I guess it's rarer, and then the eBay and whatever the side store sellers who get their hands on extra ones start upping the price, and it's not even going to Nintendo, by the way. Nintendo only made the $12 for the initial purchases. Yeah. All this extra money that side stores and other people that bought like 12 and 13 just to sell on eBay for more money, that's going to the sellers, not to the company.
Right.
That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
And also, Brant, since we're on amiibos, I did actually get a piece of news. I found it through Instagram today.
Okay.
They did add some more amiibos. Nintendo mentioned it recently. Let me see if I can find it really quickly since I'm on Instagram. Okay, nope, that's not it. Hold on. I know that they're adding more figures for Smash Brothers, and I wish I could share this picture with you, but unfortunately on here I don't think that's going to work. Available March 20th, there's going to be some Super Mario amiibos, Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi, all in different poses, like I told you was going to happen. And then for Super Smash Brothers in April, we're going to have Pac-Man, Ness, Charizard, Wario. I don't know these two characters. They're the ones with the swords. Shulk and... Who's the one with the blue hair? The long blue hair with the red cape? Not Marth, not Ike.
I don't know.
Well, that one. And then for Mario Party, we're going to have... where is that picture? I know we're having Yoshi... Here it is. Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Peach, Yoshi, and Toad. But I guess those aren't for Mario Party. Those are for Super Mario. I'm sorry. For Super Mario, it's going to be Mario, Luigi, Bowser, Toad, Yoshi, Peach. And then for Super Smash Brothers, it's Shulk, whoever the other person is from Marth and Ike's game, Fire Emblem, Charizard, Ness, Pac-Man, Wario.
Gotcha.
They were confirmed today.
Okay. I mean, you know, the way I feel, you know, this is kind of capitalizing on that same technology that Disney Infinity and Skylanders and that kind of thing, where you plug them in, you use them and stuff. If you're gonna make something like that for a game, for use in the game, it shouldn't be exclusive, extra rare kind of things. They should all be available. That's my personal feelings on it. But whatever.
I agree. I don't know. I just hope that they fix it. Nintendo's doing so well right now. They were in third place for so many years when it came to the three consoles. They finally clawed their way, in my opinion, to second place behind the PlayStation 4. Because the Xbox One, as great as it is, and I'm sure Xbox fans will choke me for even saying that it is my third place gaming system right now. I feel with the gamepad and Gamepad. It's a Frontline Gaming Zone reference there. Go check it out. I feel like the games, even the graphics for the games, they finally have caught up a bit with the other two consoles. So it has a fighting chance. But now if they're going to start pulling this BS with the amiibos, not only that, even the GameCube converter, the GameCube controller converter, even that's sold out. You can't make limited quality. This is going back to what I was saying before. Supply and demand. People are demanding it. Supply it. Yeah. Don't limit it.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't understand the logic. I mean, I know the reason it's selling out is because a lot of people grew up with Nintendo and love Nintendo, and I get that. But it's like you said, why not make more? You're sacrificing more sales for yourselves.
Exactly, and side stores are making 3 times the money because you guys limited it, so they got it. The consumers didn't really get it, and now we're forced to either pay a lot of money, which I don't think so, or just completely forget about it, which is what most people are, and they stopped. They aren't buying amiibos. They aren't even. You don't even see people talking about them anymore.
Yeah, it makes no logical business sense to me, but then again, I'm not Nintendo, and they obviously have a lot more money than I do, so who knows?
I don't know. All I know is it's bollocks.
Yeah, no, I agree. Alright, so what was the other news item?
Mike and I got some Tekken games recently, and we found out that this past December, Tekken was celebrating its 20th anniversary, and I didn't even know about it. They really downplayed it a lot. We found out in January that December was the 20th anniversary, so I'm guessing that 2015 will celebrate that up until the release of Tekken 7 for the Japanese arcade.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you think about it, technically, if the anniversary was in December, that means from December to December is that first year, right? So we're still in that 20th year of their existence.
I hope so, because we're going to be playing a lot of community games with Tekken now that we got the Tekken game.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird because we had all that fanfare for Street Fighter during its anniversary, and now it's like Tekken. Oh, well, we had an anniversary last month, sort of. We put out a trailer.
I mean, even for the fifth game for Street Fighter, they're putting such a hullabaloo. Mortal Kombat X, they're making a huge deal out of. I don't know why Tekken just. Oh well, yeah, we're there too.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. It's like, God, you guys are popular too.
Yeah. I mean, I get, probably Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat are more popular. That's it, probably without question. Just because those franchises are so super popular, and you mentioned either one of those, and everybody knows what they are. Tekken, I would wager to say that about half the people might know what they are, and I get that, but still, there are still a lot of hardcore Tekken fans. I'm a Tekken fan. I love Tekken games.
I loved it from number one.
Yeah, me too. So there were animated movies. There was a live action movie.
Tekken Hybrid actually has one of the movies that was part of the limited edition.
Nice. And Tekken Tag, everybody loved Tekken Tag. That was like a super popular game.
Heck yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why it just passed by without any fanfare or notice or anything. It's kind of weird.
I don't know.
It's kind of disappointing. And then there's no game. It's like there's no game coming out this year.
Nope, it's coming out at the end of it's not coming out at the end of 14. It's coming out at the end of 15.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to clarify, they are in Japan. They're taking Tekken 7 to the arcades sometime. I've seen both February and March mentioned, so sometime soon-ish. But that's the arcade. That's not console.
Right.
And
so we're waiting till probably 2016 then.
Probably, yeah. Which will be well after their anniversary, which makes absolutely no sense. But okay.
You dropped the ball, Tekken. Pick it up. Pick it up and run, damn it. Pick it up.
We need to see Paul and Jin and all them.
I like Law.
I like Law too. Jin was always my favorite though.
Jin and Law, because Jin reminded me of Bruce Lee and Law reminded me of Jackie Chan.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Then the girls started happening, and it's like, oh no, you're doing the dead or alive thing, aren't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Now that's a game that's completely boobs.
I love. Yeah. So, I don't know, but there you go. That's your news. Not much in the way of news, but hey.
Hey, it ended with boobs.
Yeah. Our next episode will be towards the end of next month. So I'm sure there'll be a lot more to talk about news-wise by then.
Oh yeah.
Just to let everybody know.
Well, January is a very slow month, and then we have E3 that's coming in a couple of months, and a few other gaming conventions coming in a few months. We just got through the PlayStation experience a couple of months ago. Yeah. Which is where we had the expansion pack, so I'm sure we're going to have a lot of expansion packs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt. So, yeah, this one, not so much because, Christmas just came and went and all that stuff, so but as spring and summer approach, where, that's the gaming time of the year, so.
Yeah.
All right. So we should talk about what is coming out in January, right?
Yeah, are we going to run through the games that we're looking forward to in 2015?
Oh, yeah, we could do that first. Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So, we're going to just briefly talk about a couple of games we're looking forward to, like our top games that we're looking forward to. Doesn't mean that if we don't mention a game that you are looking forward to, doesn't mean we're not getting it or not looking forward to it. We want to leave some surprise throughout the year, because as we go through the rundown for the month, we are going to be talking about games we're getting. So we want to leave some surprise for you guys. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to hit the games that you guys already know we're probably going to get.
Yeah.
For example, for me, I'm going to start with a franchise that everybody knows I played every single game of up to this point. I've even got the Master Chief Collection last year, and that's Halo. I'm looking forward to Halo 5, but at the same time, I'm hesitant because I thought Halo ended very well with Halo 3. It was a good open-ended ending that gave promise for another series, but at the same time, it ended, and you could be happy and content with it. Then 343 came along, and Halo 4 wasn't as well received. I mean, me and my friend played it from 1 in the morning till 4. and beat the whole game. And we ran towards the end. We didn't even bother fighting the bosses. It got too monotonous. So I'm hoping that 5 kind of picks up the pieces that fell along the way that I had with 4. But again, you're not playing as the Master Chief, so it's going to be a different type of game for me. But I just hope that the bugs that we got in the Master Chief Collection don't follow over, that's for sure.
Right.
But I'll be getting it. I'll be getting it.
For me, it's kind of a no-brainer. What I'm most looking forward to, I've already mentioned I'm doing the whole playthrough of the Batman Arkham games. Batman Arkham Knight, the final game in the franchise, comes out in June, and that's kind of what I'm playing leading up to. It's on PS4 and Xbox One and Windows, so hopefully I'll have one of those systems by then so I can play it. But yeah, it's just these games are so fantastic. The story throughout it, the gameplay, the graphics. There's nothing not to love about the Batman Arkham games. This is one of the best franchises in my opinion in a long time, and it's definitely the best superhero franchise, I think.
Absolutely. I've been loving the Batman run.
Yeah. Right.
And that's okay. Another game I'm sure everybody knows that we're looking forward to. Let's get the Wii stuff out of the way, and then we'll go into the solo stuff. Obviously, we talked about Uncharted 4.
Mm-hmm.
We did the expansion pack. That game looks beautiful. I got all 3 Uncharted games. We got Uncharted 3 before Christmas, and then for Christmas I went back and got Uncharted 1 and 2 for Game Miss, because I want to make sure I have all 3 games. So when 4 comes out, I'm caught up with the whole story.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do the same thing. I just haven't yet.
It looks beautiful. The graphics, the gameplay that we saw, oh my god, it was really, really, really good. Yeah. I cannot wait to see how... I hope that Naughty Dog hasn't disappointed me yet.
Yeah, and if you want to hear our thoughts on that gameplay that they showed, it's on the Zone 4 Podcast YouTube channel. It's Hit Points Expansion Pack 1. So.
Link will be in the description as always.
Right.
Alright, and that's really all, unless you have anything else to add for Uncharted.
No, I mean, you pretty much covered that, and they can watch our comments in the video. Another game I'm looking forward to is a game probably hardly anybody's heard of, which is King's Quest, and it's for all platforms. It's coming out sometime this fall. And it's a game that I played as a kid on a computer on those big giant not 3.5, but the big giant floppy disks, the ones that were actually floppy, and back in the 80s, and it was just this quirky little adventure game where you're this guy trying to save somebody, and you had to decide whatever you decided in the game, kind of determined what was going to happen to you. And I remember having to use the little arrow keys, and there was like this, I remember I was going through this castle, and there was like this staircase, and if you just veer off of it a little bit, you fall to your death. It was that kind of thing. So I'm really curious to see what they do with this franchise for the updated systems. This is going to be the 13th game in the series. Oh, and I've only played the very first one, so I've missed everything in between, but I'm really looking forward to what they do with this.
It sounds really fun. I might actually look into it myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sticking with us again, and I know you're gonna definitely have something to say about this. The Legends of Zelda game.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I was supposed to do the Wii stuff, wasn't I? Sorry about that. But,
oh no, it's fine. No, I honestly, that's fine by me. Really quick, I do want to mention we did talk about Majora's Mask. That is coming out with the 3DS also, and what was also mentioned. And there was actually a poster recently saying that we're going to be seeing some gameplay possibly at a convention soon. During the whole showing of the Legends of Zelda game, like how it's going to look, there was mention that there's a new Star Fox game that's going to be coming out before the Legends of Zelda. And that sounds really good, and I can't wait to see some gameplay on that. And it better not be Star Fox 64 again, because, damn it, I swear to God, if I got to go through that, I'm not buying it, but if I had to, or if I got it as a gift, I'm not going through those galaxies again. I'm tired of it. Give us some new content, for God's sakes. Star Fox Adventures. I'd rather play that at this point.
Yeah, surely they'll do something different for the Wii U.
They They have to at this point.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but it's Nintendo who just released the Nintendo 3DS XL 2.
Okay. Let's hope. Okay, and let's move forward.
All right, but yeah, no, Legend of Zelda. We're both huge Zelda fans. I'm totally looking forward to that game. Can't wait for it.
Open world.
Yeah.
The map looks gigantic. Oh, the riding on the horse and the bow and arrow and the Link. Oh, best game of the year.
Yeah, it's definitely
from Nintendo.
No,
Nintendo.
No, I totally agree. Between that and Batman are honestly the two that I'm probably most looking forward to so far. We'll see. I'm trying to think if there's any other games that both of us are.
1886, I would.
Yeah, you're right. The Order 1886. We watched some gameplay on this one, and it looked really cool. So that's one that we're definitely looking forward to as well. I'm trying to find it on the list. Oh, it comes out next month. February, yeah. It's an interesting story because it takes place obviously in 1886, but it's kind of a twist on history. It's an alternate history, London, where the Order of the Knights are, and there's like these half-breed monsters and all this stuff. So it's got a little mythology in it with King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table thrown into it, and it's just interesting. So.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that game so much. And a game that I'm kind of pissed off at is State of Decay Year 1 Survival Edition. Really? Really? I didn't even get to play the first game yet, and already you're throwing out a survival. Anyway, Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six, and The Division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if these are the last Tom Clancy games or if there's a couple more because Tom Clancy did pass away. I don't know if they're continuing the series even. I saw some gameplay of the Rainbow Six game. Rainbow Six Siege. Oh, they're not even showing when it's coming out, but when they do, when The Division and Rainbow Six come out, they're mine.
Gotcha.
Oh, they're so mine. I'm buying them. They're bought. They are bought.
I do like the Tom Clancy games as well. I wish they'd bring Siphon Filter back, though. I like Siphon Filter. That's my
That would be cool. I remember that game. That was another fun game I played.
Mm-hmm.
And another game, you know what we didn't talk about in the other two parts that I'm surprised, and we got to talk about it right now?
Okay.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, yeah.
Holiday season 2015. Unfortunately, it's going to be a year away. But, dude, I saw a poster. I saw what they're talking about, like their ideas for the game. It looks like it's going to be the Star Wars game of the year.
Yeah. I remember when they first announced it, they were showing some concept art and stuff for it, and it just looked amazing just from that. So that's definitely one we're looking forward to. It's going to be a Star Wars year this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another one that's kind of a party game. Well, literally, it's a community game. Mario Party 10 comes out.
Yep.
And we're both Mario Party fans. I've been playing Mario Party. I used to play with my mom and my brother a lot on the N64 and stuff, and we would have a bunch of fun. And actually, Lisa and I just played a game the other night on 8. So that's cool. That'll be another one we'll probably play as a. I wonder if it'll have.
It has internet.
That's what I was about to say. I hope it has internet and we can play it together. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. And Mario Maker's another game I'm just going to throw out there for mention that we're going to probably look into. Metal Gear Solid 5, I know me and you are both looking forward to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier, Metal Gear Solid is my franchise. I'm a huge fan of that franchise. So.
I ever since Metal Gear Solid, I was Metal Gear for Nintendo and Metal Gear 2 and stuff. I didn't play those, but I did get the collector's edition that has it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll go back and play them.
I would recommend. I mean, they're different. Obviously, it's more your classic Nintendo game. It's top level view, and you're walking around, but it's still the same thing. You got to find a key card. You got to go through it's the same concept, just in a much simpler fashion. And that's what got me hooked on it. I loved that game for some reason, and as I progressed through the years and got into the more advanced style and everything, I fell in love with the franchise over and over again as new games came out.
Gotcha. And one thing I'm going to talk about, because I didn't talk about it this time when you mentioned you got it for Christmas, Assassin's Creed Victory and Rogue.
Mm.
Well, Victory really. Victory is the only new game coming out this coming year, and it's for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. No old gen systems anymore. And I gotta be honest with you, Brant, and you're gonna see when you get to where I'm at in Assassin's Creed. It feels too much like, okay, every year we get a Call of Duty, every year or every other year we get a Battlefield, and every year now we're getting an Assassin's Creed. But I don't think Assassin's Creed has the capabilities that Call of Duty... First of all, Call of Duty is split into 3 different divisions. We had Modern Warfare, Black Ops, and...
Ghost.
I can't remember. Yeah, Ghost. Now, Modern Warfare ended, we have Advanced Warfare, and I think Black Ops ended, and we don't know what Call of Duty we're getting next year. I don't even see Call of Duty, as a matter of fact, on the listing for next year.
No.
So we might not be getting a Call of Duty, possibly. Don't call me.
It'll come.
2-1 E3, you know.
Yeah.
You know. And it is to mention that... I'll talk about that in a minute. But I don't know. The story's not doing it for me as much as it used to.
That's fair enough. I mean, like you said, I haven't gotten to that point yet, so we'll see when I do, and we'll compare notes.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll do a show about it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would but you're gonna have a long ways to go because I'm already up to the new one. I will say Ezio's story arc, the line, the 3. All the way up to Revelation, amazing stuff. Even when he was following Altair, who's from the first game, good stuff. After that, it's kind of like every game, it's a new assassin, and then something happens, and then Assassin's Creed 4, and this one, which is Unity, are completely different, and changing the formula to make it look fun.
Yeah.
But is it? The question is it?
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yes, we will. So now I think we should go into some games that are coming out in the next 2 months, since we won't be doing another Hit Points until the end of February.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's all I wanted to mention too. Yeah.
Would you like to split it into months instead of days?
Sure. I'll take January. You take February.
Or no,
you sure? That's good.
Yeah, I'll just mention when you get to a game that I'm getting it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, interject anytime. All right, so obviously this is going live on what, the 15th? Yeah.
Yep.
15th. So obviously the first half of these are going to already be out. So I'll just run through those real quick. What's already out on the first? We had Bionic Commando Elite Forces for the 3DS, Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire for the Wii U, Duke Nukem 3D Megaton Edition for the PSN and PS Vita.
Why?
I don't know. Let this franchise die, please. Anyway, Warhammer Quest on the 7th for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Duke Nukem was on the 6th, by the way. On the 8th, Chariot for Wii U and Sword of Asumi for Windows. On the 9th, Funk, that's F-U-N-K, of Titans, Xbox One. On the 13th, we had, Atelier Ayesha Plus, The Alchemist of Dusk, PS Vita.
Sure.
That thing. And Brandish the Dark Revenant for PSP and PS Vita. On the 15th, WWE Immortals for iOS and Droid. So as you're listening to this, that's out. Look forward to that. It's funny, the first time we recorded this episode, there was only 2 characters named, and the second time there was like 6. Now there's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or something like that, characters in it.
Woohoo!
Yeah, that's funny. Alright, so moving on to the 20th. This is stuff that hasn't come out quite yet. We've got Blackguard 2 for Windows and Mac, and they've actually added stuff to this since the last time we looked.
Yes, they did.
Resident Evil HD Remaster for all platforms.
We'll be getting that, but I think we're going to wait a little while on that because of the bulk of games that will be coming out in March. Okay. It's going to be available forever, so we'll probably end up getting it like closer to the summer or maybe even in the summer and save it for October to play.
Yeah. All right, these two kind of go together. Saints Row 4 re-elected for PS4 and Xbox One, and Saints Row, Get Out of Hell for all systems.
Yeah, Get Out of Hell. Basically, if you bought Saints Row the 4th for the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360, and you don't need to get Saints Row the 4th again, Get Out of Hell is just a DLC add-on to the game, I believe. Whereas if you have a new next-gen console and you get Saints Row for the re-elected version, you get the game plus Get Out of Hell.
Yeah. And wrapping up the 20th, we have Citizens of Earth for Windows, PS4, PS Vita, Wii U, and 3DS. On the 26th is a game that I think looks really interesting. I'm thinking about trying out. It's called Raven's Cry. It's an action-adventure role-playing game. It's a pirate thing taking place in the 17th century Caribbean. Yeah. What?
R.
Yeah, R. So I don't know. It sounds interesting. The art for the game looks really cool. So I might check this one out. And then on the 27th, the game you're definitely going to be talking about here in a second, Dying Light.
Yep, that's going to be the first game I get in the new year. The first new game walkthrough that you guys will probably be seeing on Frontline Gaming Zone.
Yeah.
Starting on either the 27th or absolutely by the 28th. I'm sure we'll get the game on the 27th. The problem is the 27th is a Tuesday, and what do we do on Tuesday, Brant?
We do the live show.
Right, so I don't have time at night to do that because the live show goes till 12 in the morning sometimes, so you'll probably be seeing it on the 28th.
There you go. And this one is for Windows, PS4, and Xbox One. You'll be getting it for PS4, right?
Yep.
Okay. Grim Fandango Remastered, or if you're a WWE fan, Fandango. For Windows, Mac, Linux, PS4, and PS Vita. And then we have Hyper Dimension Neptunia Rebirth 2 Sisters Generation for PS Vita.
That is the longest game title of the year.
It is. Maybe the longest game title in history. No, probably not. Raven's Cry is coming to PS3 and PS4 on the 28th. Let's see. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Edition for Windows, iOS, and Droid on the 29th. Also on the 29th, we have Pix the Cat for Windows. And
yeah, these are all new.
Yeah. On the 30th, Life is Strange Episode 1 for all systems, and The Book of Unwritten Tales 2 for Windows, Mac, and Linux. To be announced for January, we have Kalimba for Windows, Moon Chronicles Episode 2 for 3DS, Queen at Arms for Windows, and Way of the Samurai 4 for Windows. And that takes us right into February.
Okay, in February, for the first, we have There Came an Echo. It's coming out all across the board. Windows, PS4, Xbox, Linux, Mac. Never heard of the game, but sounds good. But February, we got a lot of games that we're getting here. On the 3rd, we have Criminal Girls, invite only for the Vita. SpongeBob Hero Pants for the 3DS, Xbox 360, and PS Vita. Notice that it's only on one system, and the rest are all handhelds.
Mm-hmm.
On the 10th, the game Mike and I will be getting, Evolve, is coming out for Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
Didn't I mention that? I did. I mentioned that. On Steam, when I was going through my Steam.
Yes, you did.
Which is weird because I don't remember purchasing it, but apparently I have a closed beta. Okay.
Well, it's a fun game.
I go figure. I didn't even know it was in my list, and I was like, wait a minute. So, yeah, then I saw it on this list. I was like, wait, it's not out yet. Oh, okay. So, interesting. I'll have to play it now.
It's very good.
Yeah.
You're going to like it.
Cool.
Story of the Seasons for the 3DS. On the 13th, we have Ace Combat Assault Horizon Legacy Plus for the 3DS and the new Nintendo 3DS because it'll be out by then.
Yeah.
We have Kirby and the Rainbow Curse for the Wii U. I don't know if Cindy might be getting that. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS, The Escapist for Xbox One, and The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D for the 3DS. I might get Majora's Mask 3D. I might wait. I'm not sure yet. When it comes to handheld system games, right now the console games take precedent.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, on the 17th, speaking of Dead or Alive, we have Dead or Alive 5 Last Round for Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS3, and Xbox 360. Also, we have Resident Evil Revelations 2 Episode 1 for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Total War Attila for Windows, or Attila? Attila? Yeah, Attila.
Yeah.
Attila. On the 18th, Resident Evil Revelations 2 Episode 1 comes out for the Xbox, Xbox One, and Windows. If you want to wait for the CD, wait till the end of March, and you can just get the entire game on a disc instead of going for Episode 1 through 4. A lot better. Anyway, on the 20th, we have American Truck Simulator for Windows.
If you ever want to be a truck driver, this is the game for you.
Took it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rob, a trucker.
I'll let you honk the horn.
Beep. What?
Beep? No. You got a wimpy horn. Honk, honk. That's how you do it.
You're a gonzo goose. Quick, like a goose horn. Bonk! Bonk! And this truck again. Got Black Hole for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Probably it'll erase your computer. Order 1886.
There we
We'll
go.
be getting that for the PlayStation 4. It's a PlayStation exclusive. On the 24th, Dragon Ball Xenoverse for the PlayStation 3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One.
Nobody cares about that, right? Nah.
Yeah, no, just Michael. I mean, Michael. Dynasty Warriors. What?
No, I was saying Michael, who was on the first episode.
Yes, he was. Mike and me are looking forward to the game in all honesty because it's something different for the first time. You're actually fighting to keep history the way it was or the way it was written by going back in time and making sure events happen the right way. So it's going to be fun.
Cool.
But Dynasty Warrior fans, we have Dynasty Warrior 8 Empires for Windows, PS4, Xbox One, and PlayStation 3. There is no way I'm saying this name right. So HTOL number NIQ, the Firefly Diary. For PlayStation Vita. Yeah, that's what it does.
I just looked it up. It's actually they've stylized it with that little cute hashtag thing going on there. It's actually called Hotaru no Nikki. I don't know how that.
Well, I'm glad that I didn't have to say that. Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Black Heart for the PlayStation Vita. Another long title.
What is with the long titles for the handhelds? It's like that's a contradiction. Like put these long titles on this little system. That's funny.
They need it. They just need it. You got Resident Evil Revelations 2 Episode 2 because there's going to be 2 a month. Under Night in Birth EXE late for the PlayStation 3. You got Resident Evil 2 Revelations 2 Episode 2 for the Xbox One, 360, and Windows. On the 27th, you got Dragon Ball Xenoverse for Windows. And then still to be announced is Don Bradman Cricket 2014 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Pokemon Shuffle for the 3DS. The Sims 4 for Mac. And War for the Overworld for Windows, Mac, and Linux.
Nice.
Which then goes into March, which we won't be talking about
until
next time.
Yeah.
And there will be a lot of games we are getting in March, just for the FYI for everybody. So next month you're going to be hearing a lot of games that we're going to be getting.
Yes. And I think we actually already mentioned one on the show, maybe 2. So there you go. That's gonna.
Did we?
Mario Kart.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I think we did.
Yep. So that's gonna wrap up that part of the show. That just leaves us with announcements, right?
Yep. Announcements.
The second half of the announcements. All right.
And most of it falls on me this time, actually. I think.
Yeah. So if you want to go first.
Absolutely. Okay. Announcements for me are oh geez, now I'm trying to remember it because.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Zone 4, I made this special announcement last Friday, which you can find on Comic Frontline. It's I think it just called it Zone 4 Special Update or something like that. And basically, Zone 4 is returning on February 6th. And it's...
Yeah, I think it's better to bounce off of your announcement.
Okay, cool. When I get to the point where you need to jump in, I'll hand it over to you. How about that?
Right.
All right. So February 6th, and it's going to be bi-weekly now, and the show is going to be split into 2 kind of factions. I'm going to keep it short because I went into detail on the update. So basically, one episode is going to be more focused on the news. The other episode is going to be focused more on the comics. And it's going to be different casts. The original cast is going to be on the first episode back. Well, not the original cast, but the current regular cast. Ron, Gordon, John, and myself will be on that episode. And that's going to be the episode each month that shifts in and out with some of our reserves and different things. The other episode every month is going to be a semi-new cast, a regular cast that's going to be consisting of John, myself, Chris, and Mike Spider Slayer from Comic Frontline. So very excited about that, and we're going to be talking about specific comics and things like that on that particular episode each month. Excuse me. We are also adding a new show for Ron Fortier's Airship 27. It's Zone 4 Presents Airship 27, the podcast, and it's going to be once a month, and it's going to be focusing on the world of pulp and new pulp and all that stuff. And Ron and his partner in Airship 27 Productions, Rob Davis, are going to be on there. They're going to have other guests in the pulp community and so forth come on the show, so that's going to be cool. On the Zone 4 podcast channel, John and I each month will be doing a pseudo news show, kind of in the style of like SNL's update thing, something like that. It's going to be a short thing, video once a month, and we're tentatively calling it Good Morning Tonight. So,
I love that title.
I do too. So be looking forward to that sometime in probably late February. That episode, or the first episode of that, will come up.
I'm glad you said that, because that leads into my news.
Yeah.
And my channel, I'm taking another break. I'm taking another month break. I'm sorry, since Zone 4 is starting up in February again. I'm redoing my live shows and my live show schedule. Brant's gonna have a schedule up on Zone4Podcast.com.
Yeah.
What I will be doing is I'm bringing back It's a Podcast, and It's a Podcast is gonna focus on the stuff that Epic Rewind did, the toys and the comics. However, I'm taking the games out of It's a Podcast, and Epic Rewind, which is something that pertains more to this show. Epic Rewind will be once a month at the end of the month, and that is going to be everybody or whoever wants to come on from Frontline Gaming Zone. On that live show, we will be talking about our experiences and our thoughts on the games we've been playing, game news that's come out, etc., etc. So it'll be a bigger cast. I would say it would be there's about 5 of us, I think, that have Google Plus right now, give or take, Brant?
From FGZ?
So. From FGZ.
Yeah, about that, I guess.
So we'll be sitting down and talking about our experiences with our games, and when the new games come out, we'll have a lot of really fun stuff to talk about with the new games that our experience are with the new games, whether it be good or bad. Also, for my channel, I'll be bringing back Dark Avenger Live, which will kind of be the in-the-middle show. That's something more for my channel, not for Zone 4. But It's a Podcast coming back I'm very happy about, and that's going to focus on the comics and the toys, like I said. Epic Rewind will focus on the games and Frontline Gaming Zone experiences. And Hall of Toys will be in between. I believe the schedule is going Dark Avenger, no. Is it Dark?
Yeah. I think so.
Dark Avenger Live is the first week.
We really should have wrote this down, shouldn't we?
I should have, but now I can't remember. I believe it's Dark Avenger Live, and then because the second week, the second week is going to then be It's a Podcast.
Yeah, then Hall of
Third
Toys.
week, third week is going to be Hall of Toys, and then the fourth week is Epic Rewind.
Yeah, because Hit Points is that fourth week as well, so it'll be kind of a gaming central week.
Right. It's going to be a game-centric week. Another announcement is the morning stream that was on my channel. I will be keeping the playlist on my channel. However, the videos, the live shows for the morning stream will be moving from my channel over to Zone 4's YouTube channel.
Right.
It's going to be sporadic. We don't know what weekends we will, what weekends we won't. We'll try to give you guys... There's 4 weekends in the month. We'll try to give you guys 2 or 3 weekends out of the 4. Right now it's going to be pretty game-centric because I definitely want to see Brant play through some of the Alien Isolation game. If things get to, to the point where Brant's like, okay, I want to try something else for a bit, we'll switch it up. But the morning stream is basically Brant and I in the morning. So it's not just going to be games. There will be times where we talk about comic books, where we talk about movies, other things, toys even. You never know. The morning stream is an open show. That's going to be anything goes at any time. But we're going to start the morning stream up with a game because I'm going through Alien Isolation on Frontline Gaming Zone. And I definitely would love to see Brant going through it on Zone 4.
Yeah,
so.
And I've purposely not played it just for that reason. So
he's purposely not watching my walkthrough either.
Exactly. Yeah. So I know nothing. I've seen nothing. I've heard nothing. So it should be an.
It's going to be fun watching you react to it. I swear, I cannot wait.
Yeah. I think everybody loved my reaction to Vanish. So.
Yeah, and you got to finish that game at some point.
Yeah.
They did an update now where you can win finally.
Good. So, but yeah, I think I need to play something else first before I jump back into that. So yeah.
But I just want to say one more thing.
Sure.
The morning stream, I will still be adding the videos to my playlist on my channel, and I still will be advertising it. That'll be my way of advertising it through the channel.
Cool.
So I'm going to keep the playlist up to date, but the videos won't be on my channel anymore.
Yeah. So you have a lot of content coming to the Zone 4 podcast YouTube channel. Hall of Toys we already have there. We got the Hit Point expansion packs over there. The
Epic Rewind is going to become a live show gaming podcast / videocast right now. I've moved away from the audio cast. I'm leaving all that to Brant because editing took me too long. So that's kind of why I took all my podcast shows and I moved them to live shows because they just go right up and it's a lot easier for guests also.
Yeah. But going back to specifically the Zone 4 Podcast YouTube channel.
Yes.
Also, Good Morning Tonight. So it's already 3 shows there, and also I've started doing a weekly comic countdown. So a lot of content coming to the Zone 4 Podcast YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah. And
a lot of content for Zone4Podcast.com, period. There's a lot of stuff.
Exactly, yeah. All the stuff we mentioned will be up there, obviously with the exception of Dark Avenger Live. Or Dark Avenger. Listen to me. Dark Avenger Live. Sorry.
I just threw it. I just mentioned it because I don't want anybody to ask, well, Chris, what are you doing for that 4th week?
Right.
That 4th week is going to be something for my channel specifically.
Yeah, exactly. And we are going to try our best to not be repetitive on these shows. So, obviously we mentioned, okay, we got 2 shows doing gaming, 2 shows that might mention comics or toys and stuff like that. We're going to try our best to not be too repetitive on them.
Right, and that's why Dark Avenger Live is more of an optional show for me. I could take the week off that week and just not do anything because I don't want to keep repeating myself over and over.
Right.
Depends on the comics for that week.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's something, you definitely want to talk about, then yeah, cool. So.
Yeah, I think, honestly, the only shows that are 100% always going to happen every month, Epic Rewind, It's a Podcast, and Hall of Toys.
Yeah.
So, other than that, anything else is just extra. If we have the stuff that doesn't bear repeating, we'll do it. If not, then we won't. But on It's a Podcast, I know that Dan Sin will definitely be on as many of the shows as possible, so there'll always be some new content with Dan on. We have a great time with Dan on the live shows. We got to get Brant and Dan together. People are starting to question if they're one and the same.
It's the whole Gordon Frank thing again from Zone 4. But yeah, no, I would love to be on a show with Dan. We did an audio version of Hall of Toys, and he has been on Zone 4, but we've never been on video together, so that would be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll get him on Hall of Toys again.
Absolutely.
Because he is a collector as well. And, it's just going to be fun. I think this new format is going to make it easier for us. It's spaced things out. We're covering a lot of content. We've got a lot of new voices talking about this stuff. And, hopefully going...
Brent,
yeah.
I have a perfect new show idea.
Shut your mouth.
Zone 4 Anime. That's all that's left.
That's all you, and I'm not going to be on that one.
Oh, come on. You and me in Japan.
That might be one that well, I'm not going to speak for her, but Lisa does watch some anime.
There you go.
I'll just say that. But anyway,
She has to watch some dark anime too, though, because we gotta talk about everything. Not
she
just...
won't watch that. I'm gonna try Attack on Titan. I'm gonna try it.
You should. It's really good.
So we'll see. But yeah, we're trying to cover everything and just give you guys more content. And again, we all work together with Comic Frontline, Frontline Gaming Zone, Zone 4, your channel, Comic Related. We're all trying to work together and just give you the best possible content we can. But like Chris said, there's going to be a schedule up on the Zone 4 website, zone4podcast.com. And if you guys have any suggestions for topics for any of these shows, since this is Hit Points, if you have games you want us to cover, any news about, if you have any news tips or whatever, if you have any feedback on a certain game that's popular or whatever, hit us up at hot@comicrelated.com.
Yep. Eventually, we'll have Epic. A Hit Points email maybe, but Hit Points is technically still Holotoys, but for right now, Holotoys is good.
Yeah, or you can just zone4 at comicrelated.com. That'll come to us as well.
Yep.
So, yeah. I think that's it for the announcements, right?
Yeah, I think we've covered basically everything.
Yeah.
One big community. That's one thing I love. All the channels you mentioned were just one big community dedicated to giving you guys 110% of everything. Literally everything.
Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed the second episode of Hit Points. Hopefully it makes it to your ears. Third time's the charm.
It better.
It better, yeah. I agree. If it doesn't, it won't. Ever. Oh, man. But yeah, it's been fun. And, we're looking forward to a big year in gaming ahead of us.
Oh, yeah.
Any closing thoughts for you, Chris?
It's a brand new year. I'm looking forward to not just gaming, but comics, toys, movies, everything-wise. I'm looking forward to all the stuff that we have coming in the coming 12 months. Hopefully a year from now, Holotoys has evolved and changed so much when we had the time to do it as a monthly show, which we will be doing it every month now. And I'm looking forward to seeing Hit Points evolve through the months. Because, when we started Holotoys, it was one way. Look where we are 2 years from now. We have Holotoys as a live show now. The gaming part of Holotoys is now its own show. I look forward to how Hit Points will grow and evolve. And Zone 4, especially now with the announcements out, I look forward to how Zone 4 is going to grow and evolve throughout the year with this new format. I look forward to how Comic Frontline, everywhere, comic related, will grow this year. And I'm just looking forward to everything there is that's out there this year. And I like that we have a way of sharing it all now. So it's like, I'm enjoying buying this stuff, like the toys, the games, and everything. But now I also have a purpose to buying it, because now I could share my thoughts and my feelings on all of these things that I love to buy and enjoy. Now I can share my enjoyment with everybody else. I really like that. So
yeah, and the most important thing, obviously, we're just having a lot of fun doing this, and especially me getting back into gaming after such a long absence. I'm having a blast, and that's why Frontline Gaming Zone is just so important to us right now.
Exactly.
And of course, Hit Points.
It's not work. Yeah. It's not work, it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's going to wrap up the second episode of Hit Points. Thank you all for joining us and for your patience in getting this episode out to you. And like we said, look forward to the next episode towards the end of the month in February.
We'll have lots to talk about the new stuff, the new news, and everything like that there. As always, we are your number one source for gaming news, reviews, and a whole bunch more.
So grab those controllers, game pads, mobile devices, or handhelds, pop in your favorite game, and get to gaming. And see us next time right here next month on Hit Points. Alright, so that's going to wrap up the second episode of Hit Points. Thank you all for joining us and for your patience in getting this episode out to you. And like we said, look forward to the next episode towards the end of the month in February. And I'm sure we'll have a lot to cover then. So until then, grab those controllers, game pads, mobile devices, handhelds, whatever your method of gaming delivery is. Pop in your favorite game, play some
Play some.
Alright, edit.
Edit! Ah!
Oh man, I thought I was gonna get through that without any edits. Alright, let me try that one more time.
You this time, but man, screwed up.
I know, I had a really nice closing and I couldn't remember where I was going with it. Alright, so here we go. So grab those controllers, handhelds, mobile devices, or dang it.
Grab yourself, just play with it, and then put it down.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So grab those controllers, gamepads, mobile devices, or handhelds, pop in your favorite game, and get to gaming. And see us next time right here next month on Hit Points.
We'll have lots to talk about the new stuff, the new news, and everything like that there. As always, we are your #1 source for gaming news, reviews, and a whole bunch more.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody, with the long pause.
You added an outro to my outro.
I'm sorry, but as I was holding that in all episode long, I was not gonna go without saying it.
Then I'm gonna edit it to where you say that first, and then I'm gonna say that.
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
Oh shoot.
Actually, that works for me perfectly.
Oh, too funny.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production.